San Diego County Board of Supervisors tackles two hot-button issues today: gun control and homelessness.
The CBS 8's Kelly Hessedall joins us live from the County Administration Building with what happened on both of those topics today. Kelly.
That's right. Well, you know, the supervisors took on the gun issue first. So this was Supervisor Tara Lawson-Remer's push for the board to support Governor Newsom's 28th Amendment proposal, which would raise the minimum age to purchase a firearm from 18 to 21 years old. So here is some of what we heard today.
You have a luxury of being in a safe space. We have the right to protect ourselves.
Every country in the world has mental health problems. Not every country in the world has this level of gun violence.
When you look at the data, it's really clear that common sense gun safety regulations save lives.
I'm not going to be supporting this item. This is just more laws on top of laws on top of laws are just not the answer.
And with that, the vote ended up 2-2, with Supervisors Desmond and Anderson voting against it, so the measure failed. Supervisor Lawson-Remer released a statement calling this, quote, a sad day for democracy. She says her colleagues, quote, put party politics over what is right and just for people's safety. Now, meanwhile, the board also took up the issue of homelessness, discussing that is whether or not to establish an unsafe camping ordinance similar to the one passed by the city of San Diego. Supervisor Joel Anderson is the one pushing for it. He tells CBS 8 with so many other cities passing their own encampment bans, the homeless population is being pushed into the unincorporated areas, and he says he's concerned about wildfire danger. He says this issue of homelessness needs to be addressed as a regional issue. There were people who spoke out both for and against his proposal.
We have to do something to protect our kids. We have to do something to protect our county. Measures like this are not solving homelessness. They're not addressing root causes. They are not making a dent in that portion of the problem, but they are addressing security.
Encampment bans violate human rights. Punishing people for sleeping on the street when they have nowhere else to sleep is the epitome of cruelty.
And there were definitely more people speaking out against it. Now, there was a lengthy discussion amongst the supervisors. Supervisor Lawson-Remer had a lot of questions about what an ordinance like this would look like. As Supervisor Desmond says, homeless numbers keep going up by double digits. Something needs to be done. But in the end, this passed unanimously 4-0. So back out here live, keep in mind this was just a vote on whether to draft an ordinance. Once that ordinance is drafted, it will come back to the board for a vote. Heather and Carlo.
Yeah, Kelly, did County Supervisor Joel Anderson talk about adding shelter beds in the county? And if so, did he mention where?
He definitely did. He said that's an important component of all of this. He said that the county needs to start looking at some county-owned land. One place that he mentioned in a letter to the board was the former Fry's Electronics site on Murphy Canyon Road. But he says again that they need to be looking at all possibilities. I asked him, are you open to opening any safe sleeping sites similar to what the city has done? He said absolutely. He said that he was one of the first people in favor of the program like safe parking lots. He says that he thinks all of these short-term things really do make a difference.
And if you're pushing people from streets, canyons, and parks, they have to go somewhere. Kelly Hessedall reporting live for us. Thanks, Kelly.